All right, welcome to Commit Watch. Zxavian Harris from Germantown High School in Mississippi committed to Ole Miss last night, the four-star player, top 200 ranked player according to the 247 composite. Defensive lineman, as you can see his height and weight, he's kind of a mountain of a man. He's 6'8", 335 defensive line. At this point, looking at his film, he kind of has two moves. He bull rushes, but he doesn't really necessarily accentuate his strengths. He just kind of leans on people. And his agility. Those are the two ways he makes plays. When those get combined, I think you're going to see a player that can really affect offenses. He can really look at, all of a sudden he's demanding double teams. He's demanding triple teams because people just have trouble blocking him. Randall Joyner and Marquise Watson have a fantastic prospect here. And this isn't just because he's a four-star. It's just because he's a raw four-star. Sometimes you see that, especially in Mississippi, a raw four-star comes into the equation. And you have a lot to work with and a lot of improvement that can be made. So he's already like a ceiling above the average player, but there's another level he can get to. And it's going to come down to him mixing that agility and that strength and playing the college game. Because in the SEC West, we know it's no joke. It's absolutely no joke. But forgot my train of thought there for a second. He's a really big. Now we've talked about over and over the importance of a defensive lineman at drawing defenders. It makes everybody's life easier if you have a couple of double team drawers on that defensive line. Now, in the last two classes, Tywone Malone and Zxavian Harris is in it. That would handle double teams. That would free up defensive ends. That'd free up linebackers. That'd free up the star, the strong safety, however you want to do. All of a sudden, instead of 2.5 seconds worth of time for an opposing quarterback, they're at 1.7, 1.8. And that's going to force decisions to be made poorly, balls to be thrown in accurately. It's going to help out all levels of the defense. Because in this age of spread offenses, everybody's throwing the football. Somebody like Zxavian Harris back in the day, Chad Brown made a play, remember, in the 92 Egg Bowl. But he's another taller type player from Ole Miss history that comes to mind. But since there's so much throwing the ball now and the way they set up, it's not necessary. You always heard low man wins, low man wins, low man wins. And it would be dang near impossible for this guy to be the low man. But it's a situation where the offenses that you face allow you to put somebody like that in that position. Should be interesting to see him function in an SEC defense. I'm really interested in that. Now, this is also a direct sign that we are looking at going 3-4 mainly. Maybe a 3-3-5, I should say. With the swing guy being the outside linebacker that can double as a rush in. So it's an alternation between a 4-2-5 and a 3-3-5, depending on what we want to do. Whenever the hand goes down for the rush end, I do not expect Zxavian Harris necessarily to be in that package. So it may be more of a 3-3-5 situation. And that's fine because, he fits that perfectly. He fits that greater than just about anybody I've seen. So Ole Miss gets a commitment from a true mountain of a man, Zxavian Harris. Surprise. 4-star, Rivals 247, or not Rivals 247, 247 composite, inside the top 200. Germantown, Mississippi. Big get. Him and if they were to add somebody like Jaheim Otis to this, all of a sudden you talk about a team really cooking with gas. So it should be exciting to see because all of a sudden you can do a 3-3-5 with your defensive line because Tywone Malone is athletic. they joke about him being a dancing bear. You can put him out at the Tarikas Tisdale position and have him, Jaheim Otis, and Zxavian Harris, and all of a sudden they're cooking for 3 years. They're dancing. That's double team, double team, double team, or you can't block them. You either run away with them or double. That's your options. So, I'm Stephen Willis. This has been Commit Watch, and Zxavian Harris committed to Ole Miss last night. Good commit indeed. Today, I'm looking at filming a Rebel Walk recruiting show with Leanne Herring. We hope to record that tonight. If there's any more delay, there's going to be delay. I can only do what I can do. But until then, we have the Palmcast coming up at 10 Central. We have the Rebel ranking show coming up at 2 Central. And for people on YouTube, the Liberty preview for some reason didn't show up, so it's coming up at 6 Central. So we have a busy day at Positively Ole Miss with videos coming down. So we'll talk about that. I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit more about Zxavian Harris on the Palmcast. And we'll see how it goes. All right. Until then, I'll talk to you later. Hotty toddy.